Alright, welcome to Smokey's Grime Files. I'm your boy Jurnalist, and on this one, we are checking out Wiley, Ghetto Chipmunk, discuss the UK grime scene, P Money, Dot Rotten, and other artists. So yeah, let's check this out. This comes from Hungry for Grime. Thank you for the suggestion. It sounded like a good actual thing for me to check out, especially because I'm trying to dive a little bit more into the Wiley rabbit hole, since I've kind of gone down the rabbit hole on everybody else. So like, I was already fucking with Chip before, so that's kind of like why I've held off on doing like the Youngin beef, because I'm like, I still listen to Michelle Rhythm like it's been probably like 3 months, but I'm still listening to that shit like it's a regular song. No, 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 big gray spliff in my zone. Pizza boy, got great for your dome, dome, dome. That's my shit. That nigga be getting off on that motherfucker. I didn't even know it was a Burner Boy song. But yeah, so that's why I'm like certain people I've kind of just focused more on. Or we just finished the P Money Dot Rotten, literally their fucking beef, and by the time this comes out, I will have dropped the War Report from Logan Sama. So we just did some Wiley. So yeah, I'm trying to get the momentum on the Wiley rabbit hole going. So that's what we're doing here. So thank you very much for stopping by. If you could please hit that like and subscribe, and let's get into it.
Talks right now, cuz. Yeah, trust me. Hear me saying this. See him? Most of the clashes in the scene, he's been behind them. He's manipulating
Imagine
them.
that,
But you know the truth is. But you know the truth is.
Own person,
but you know the truth is.
my own one.
So imagine him. I just listen to him.
Don't tell me Wiley. Hey, fuck. You know how I don't know if they do that with football over there, but in America we did a parody. We still have it, but they just ended it. I think a Game of Thrones parody of like how the machinations of the NBA, like behind the scenes and all the narratives that happen. Somebody was doing like a spoof of that with Game of Thrones. So when he says he's the nigga that's behind all this, I'm like, is Wiley the little finger of the grime scene?
The truth is, but you know the truth is.
Own person,
but you know the truth is.
my own one.
So imagine him. I just listen to him and I think you're telling me to send for everyone else, but I'll just lick off your head.
And then that's what he said. And then we went to Dirty Canvas, and I licked off his head. So that means that it's some days it's in it.
Because if I put it on him now, he knows.
No, not tonight.
Exactly. Not tonight. Not tonight.
No,
See me
I could
tonight.
I could do it tonight. But the whole truth is,
I don't need to.
you know why it's a cheating thing? Because I've just done a whole album. I've done so much work. I'm ready now. So it's a cheat.
On his album was heavy. Don't get me wrong. But this is what he done. If you check the
What
album,
has he done?
Watch the format of the tunes. What he's done now is this: 8, chorus. Repeat the next 8, chorus. So it's the same thing. So it's not.
What did I do it after?
Hey, this is why I fuck with cats. I'm trying to tell you, I don't find many people who look at music when they speak about it. I see that you see the same shit I see. Like literally, you look at the music the way I do. Your process vastly different, but the way that we're seeing the way we contextualize people's records. How he's like, oh, it's 8, it's this, it's this. I'm like, this is exactly what I just noticed about fucking a bunch of people's shit. It was like, oh, niggas is just setting. It's a 4-bar setup, which is just your chant or your intro hook into an 8-bar verse, into a fucking 4-bar chant that you might actually extend now to another 8, and then back to the same 8 that you said before. But niggas love that 8 so much, they just let that shit be. You didn't even come up with no new bars. You've written maybe 12 bars, but repeated it enough that you got fucking a 24. And it's just like, God damn it, you cheating motherfuckers. Now, granted, that's the format. I'm just saying, in the shit I grew up on, God damn, that is just mind-boggling. I'm just like, the amount of heavy lifting that a quality 8-bar verse gets to do over there versus over here, shit. You don't even get an 8-bar verse. You're not even finished. You did half the work. Boy, if you don't got a 16, get the fuck on. 8-bar verses. Nigga could survive with a 4-bar and repeat it as an 8 and just pass the mic. And niggas would be like, he cold. Like, what? That nigga, what? Ah.
I does this, cuz. Off the Raiders of Freestyle. Off the Raiders of Freestyle. Yes. Which shouldn't be on the album.
No, but why?
So,
why?
The Hear what I'm saying?
No, but my man put $1 million there. Should he not be on his album?
That's true. I love that. I love
Please,
that.
let me have some reason to shine on my album.
No, but I love that. You see, my man showed a level of improvement, which we rate. But you know what the problem is? Him on his best day is me on my worst day.
Talk that shit.
That's the problem. See me, I'm fucked. Like, I'm actually fucked. Like, I'm saying I'm fucked, cuz. Like, I'm fucked. Like, I'm actually, sometimes I get in the car, like, you need to be playing some ghetto. I get in the car, like, who's this? Hey, my man's hard, you know. Trust me, cuz. Trust me. Like, I'm on a different thing. So when men are trying to manipulate me, you can't do that, car. I don't listen to all that. Like, I can see about 6 MCs in front of me, and I'm looking to lick them all down. So I can't look behind me and start shooting like that. No, I don't mean MCs. I mean N-Dubs are in front of me, Striders in front of me, Wiley's. There's a lot of men in front of me.
But
and I just lick them all down.
How are they gonna lick? Yeah, but they not gonna. Brother, you see.
Yeah, that nigga said N-Dubs.
N-Dubs, yeah, and Tinchy, they have nothing to do with you.
I don't care, man.
You don't have to lick them down.
I don't care. Everyone has to get licked down. I don't care.
I might sample this shit one day. I don't care, bruv. Everyone has to get licked down.
I don't care.
Brother, you see N-Dubs, yeah, and Tinchy, they have nothing to do with you.
I don't care, man.
You don't have to lick them down.
I don't care. Everyone has to get licked down. I don't care.
I think, you know what I think? You still got a little thing with,
Who?
Skepta, I think. Skepta's not gonna let
Come
you
on,
go.
he started his album.
You've got a new one, innit?
See Skepta, yeah? See, you know the truth is? You know the truth is? You know the truth is? See Skepta, yeah? I'm talking to...
This is why it's funny to me, because I'm completely a third party. I've got the 20,000-foot view on this. This nigga got wound up talking shit with him. He's already been distracted. He hasn't even bought into it yet. Or maybe he just doesn't care. But he wound him up with the Wiley conversation. And now he's wound up. So now his defenses are down. Now this nigga's talking reckless already. And then that nigga's like, oh yeah, in the comments, man, but what about that Skepta shit? That nigga just a pot stirrer.
To Skepta like this, bro. I war with the fucking general of your team. I ain't got a war with the captains and soldiers. That's how I'm looking at, man, yeah? Cause so when
That's a lesson. I'm glad I watched what I watched before I watched this. That's a lesson he took from the war with Wiley. He tried to send a soldier at Wiley to end it. Wiley was like, all right, I entertain that shit because I'm a little bit bored. But you still had to show up to the fight yourself because you were the nigga he wanted to fight. That's what had to happen. So, in this situation, you're like, I'm not even paying attention to anybody that's not this person. Or, caveat is, Wiley's rolled deep, really. Did he rock with BBK? Is he BBK? Sure. But he's actually rolled deep. So, saying that he's the captain, like Skepta really isn't the captain of BBK, is just a pure par. It's a par. But it's also viable cover to be like, I don't really have to pay attention to that nigga because I already went at Wiley. And most people who aren't this critical, they're probably like, you know what? That's sound thinking. That's really sound thinking. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, you motherfucking tactician. That's some, you're playing the game. You're playing the game. Not a lot of niggas is playing the game.
When I'm talking on a different level. I'm a smart kid. Not smart as I look, but I'm a smart kid, innit? So I ain't really got a war with them guys. Because see him, he's the guy in the team. And see jealousy is a female trait. Trust me.
I said all that, and then he says this. And the reason he can talk like this is because he's provided himself the cover of, I don't have to respond. Like, if there's records out there, if a nigga send a record after this, I don't have to respond. I'm dealing with Wiley. I've dealt with Wiley. Who are you, man? And most niggas would be like, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Who cares? Just move on. It's a great move. These are power plays. I don't know if anybody thinks about shit like this like I do, but Jesus, this is it.
Trust me, cuz. Me, I'm on the next thing. Like, I'm listening to my album and I'm like,
your new album did sound good though.
Because
But mine, that's what I'm saying, bro. When I listen to someone's album, I know when it's good. Your new album did sound good though.
your album's good, I'm reading
I know.
Race Against Time is your best thing you've made.
I know, but I need to crack on.
Now you need to top that. That's going to be hard.
Have I not got better though?
You've definitely got better.
All the while.
Definitely, because you never even used the rhyme before, really.
Of course I rap. No rhyme.
Yo, cuz,
No,
hear what I'm
right,
saying,
right,
cuz. See all this, like, you need to clash, pay money. That's just for him to, so I get off his back for a little while. Like, I've been on him since I come out of jail, all free.
Right, but listen to this, come on, listen. See when someone tries to come on me, what do I do?
Now you go hard.
Well then.
I don't mind you.
So does that mean?
Mind you,
but
man.
then that
You're
means.
good, you're good,
So
you're
if
good.
he's good,
But
and
you're
someone
trying
tries to
but
come
you're
on
trying
him,
but you're trying
why
to
should
break
he not? Why should he not after the? How much times did I
My
have
name's
to
Ghetto, not
face up
Wiley.
to it
Because
though?
I'm ghetto.
Yeah,
I don't want to
but
be.
you gotta face
I
up
want to
to
be
some
ghetto.
stuff, bro. You
I
have
want to
got-
be ghetto.
This is the part of one, he does end up doing it. If this is the first thing you're watching and you've never fucking seen it, he does end up battling that nigga. I have it on a playlist. But this is the part of the separation of classes. Since Wiley is the senior classman, and the senior classman, them niggas ward for every inch. Gets is trying to create separation from certain shit that, nigga, I don't want to have to deal with all that shit. Was that shit cool to watch? And, like, is some of that shit okay? Yeah, but, like, do I really want to have to war every man? Not really. Do I grew up on niggas like Wiley. So I'm like, that should just be a hard and fast rule. You want to participate in this shit, cool. That's the shit you got to do. You might have to war a nigga one day. But if you don't, nigga, just say you want to write songs and you nice. Because that is a lane too. And I don't think we tell enough niggas that shit. Because they need to start upholding that shit and leave the niggas that Wiley's trying to turn everybody into to the arena. Because that's really the shit that makes this shit, to me, the best shit. Just like, yo, that nigga, he's good. You have to respond. Like, if he's whack, I'm not making you waste your time. That nigga's nice. And he said your name really, really loud with his whole chest. You need to go do something. Like, something has to happen. Like, say something about this nigga. Even just a subliminal. Give me something. Give me a good subliminal. I might just let it be. Like, okay, you're that good. I'm not even gonna make you give that nigga a whole record. Like, it's not even worth it. Like how like Jay-Z used to do niggas. Jay-Z give a nigga one bar and just done that nigga completely off. Like, you don't have to really do it, but can you smack a nigga around? Yeah, nigga, I'm nice. Don't play with me.
Now, I want to be Gets. I don't want to be no one else. I don't want to be like him. I don't want to be like him. I want to be Gets. Because that's who I am.
Because you know, I'm not going to talk to a man down there. That's his thing. I'm not going to talk to a man down there.
He was meant to be where Rascal was years ago.
I know, but see, Rascal's got a straight head and he likes to be alone. I'm not going to lie.
Did you hear what he said? He
likes to be alone.
Hear what he said?
You know, like when the label say,
Rascal's got a straight head.
come Dizzy, ditch your friends. And he just go, I can't really do that.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that.
Big up him, though.
I love that too. I love it.
The swag on your own.
That's unbelievable. I love that. But what I'm saying is this. You see my man, yeah? Like, he was my favourite MC back in the day. Obviously, do you know what I've gone and done? I've learned from every one of his mistakes. And see, I come out of jail and I almost based my career on him. Until I realised, you know what? You can't actually do that. You need some sort of substance of your own. Then I created a classic, which is called 2000 Alive. Then I made Ghetto Gospel. Then I made Freedom of Speech. It's the next thing, see what I'm saying? So, all the clashing thing, it's air, because Rich will tell you, the real war is in the albums. That's the truth.
It gets. Right, you
Putting
grew up
together a
listening
project.
to like jazz and like gospel music, so are we going to see more of that in the
On my
future?
album, there's a very strong influence from that kind of music on the new album. Like, do you know why? Because recently, I've just found, I've found where I am comfortable as an artist. Do you know what it is? Sometimes, yeah, you just make music for your surroundings. So the surroundings that I was in when I was making like 2000 Alive, it was like the hood, innit? So I made music just for that, innit? People didn't know that I could do what I could do now, innit? So now, obviously, I feel comfortable as an artist, so I'm making music that I like, innit? And I hope everyone else likes it as well. As for the clash thing, yeah? I'm not even disrespecting anyone, yeah, but you see the clash thing, the real truth is this. The albums, man, when I listen to people's albums, I feel like that's where the real clash is. Like, if I listen to his album, you know what I'm saying, Chip? Am I talking shit? Am I talking the truth?
No, the most sense.
What am I talking the truth?
It's the most sense. You know what it is? It's certain man, they can't. You see the albums, it's like some people lose fans from their albums. You get me? Other people game fans, you know what I'm saying? Word on the road.
It's like seeing a couple cats on the.
There's so much to grime that I'm just the things that we don't have in American hip hop that I'm just like I think are the things that stagnated it, but the things that also hindered it in grime because in the two of them, let's just start with growth. Growth or maturation in American hip hop is detested. Your fan base, you give them I kill niggas, I sell dope, I'm a lover boy, whatever you did first, nigga, you better keep doing that shit. That's why a lot of people, like how Chip said, you're gonna lose a lot of fans. Why a lot of people jumped off the Kendrick train is because each album, he gives you a different person. He's maturing, he's growing, he's doing what Getz is talking about. Growing and trying to have the wars on the albums, the things that matter, the bodies of work that impact people's lives. So that's where the flip side of that coin, though, I see artists over there in grime. The main thinking is, nigga, can you put a body of work together that is as amazing as what you do on a set? That's already embedded in the culture. That's why you guys hail Manga Saint Hilaire is such a prominent figure. 15 years straight, this nigga's been fucking providing quality albums. And then he also does quality what? Sets. It's built into the culture. So this is where, just on that point, I see this. And then again, these people, how I think of them sometimes, you're battle rappers, just to give a term to it. They're battle rappers when they're doing the fucking sets. And then sometimes they have actual clashes. So you niggas is battle rappers in a way. But then on our side, we got battle rappers, but those niggas are wholly or if not completely excluded from the music industry. Them niggas don't get record deals. They don't get publishing deals. Them niggas don't do shit except battle, battle, battle. Flip side of that coin, you guys, your battle rappers turn into top 5 fucking artists. Like, what the fuck? That's not a thing on my side. Those niggas can't write songs. It's still a thing, and it's not because we ignore them. You niggas just don't learn what Getz is trying to talk about. Can you put a body of work together that is not for Mandem, that shows where you're at in life? That's the shit that separates the two. Because if you can't, we don't listen to that shit over here. And that's what happens. It's just, there's so many things that I just keep seeing where I'm just like, it's just so many things. Like, why? Why do we not fuck with each other? We could learn so much.
Corner, you got the shit food in your pocket now. You're walking over with the shit food. And then Ghetto comes like, wang, I got the pen. Peng, 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 peng-a-ling. I just took all your cats. You get me? Normal. That's the only way I can explain it. So right now, he made a little peng-a-ling of himself. He's got a little lemon. I've got the crack. He's got the lemon. You get me? So we're gonna do this. He's trying to tell me to war other guys. I don't care about other guys.
I ain't saying war. No, you know how it is though. Sometimes a certain thing for one though. And right now, him and P Money.
All right then, watch this. Watch this. If it's me and P Money, Dot Rotten.
Yeah, anyone. Is he Dot Rotten? I rang him up.
But I see Dot Rotten.
You're good.
Dot Rotten's fucked. Dot Rotten is heavy.
Yeah, he's heavy.
He's
But
heavy.
What should I do? If anything, I lost. No, I can't do that, G. So I've got to, even if Dot Rotten, I still got to, do you get me? There's no one, brother, I would ever like turn around and say, oh, like, no.
And that is why everyone feels like they're on your level.
No, but maybe. No, but then maybe. Imagine this though.
Come on,
man thinks he's on your level, but he ain't. That's
I know, but the truth is this.
Right.
But you know what you're making it look like to the public?
Everyone's
Exactly.
on the
Come on,
level.
cuz, man. It's not that. It's not that, blood.
No, but
It's
P
not
Money's
that.
not that far down
You see, do you know what the truth is? Do you know what the truth is? You're gonna be talking to everyone for the rest of your life. You see what he is, yeah? There's a 13-year-old somewhere right now that he don't even know that he's gonna be a heavy spitter. But one day he's gonna wake up and go for Wiley. And you know what? Wiley's gonna retaliate. Why is Wiley gonna retaliate?
Why this nigga's not wrong? Yo, shout out to Roadrunners. This nigga, this is prime footage of a conversation between two titans in early days. Oh, this is prime material.
Retaliate, cuz. Eat that thing that, you know? Get me, cuz. So right now, we're just on a sensible path. You know what I'm saying? Sensible path. Albums. My album's fucked. Like, when man make a better album than me, talk to me, because my album's fucked. Confidently saying that, you get me? Trust me. You get big up Wrigley, because Wrigley knows, you know. Done know. See him? Biggest manipulator in the scene, but I rate him. Do you know why? Because every other MC is nearly a jackass, because they listen like I idiot. Like, do you know what he used to do? He used to ring me and Kane.
Can I say one
Do
thing?
you know what he used to do?
What's gonna happen to him for all of this? P-Money's gonna catch him, 30 cameras, and lick him.
Okay, but the truth is. What you did?
What he said.
Listen to this. But do you know the truth is? What makes him think that when I say I ignore my man, what makes him think that I mean I don't write for my man? There's a difference. There's a very big difference.
You might have tested it out.
There's a very big. Nah, I don't need to do that.
No, you know what? We're saying too much. Chop it.
You know what it is? Nah, we're not saying too much. You know what it is? You see what it is?
This nigga Wiley's a manipulator. Now we're saying too much. With the weakest, like, yo, shut it down. Like, turn the cameras off.
If I listen to a CD, yeah, and I feel like you've just made a better CD than me, I feel like there's a problem. I feel like I need to speak now. Like, do you know what it is? I rate my man. I used to go on radio and say, yeah, my man's a very good MC. But the truth is this. See, right now, I've been stuck so long in this stupid frame of mind, it's held me back. Where I just want a war. Because you don't really give a shit. You're looking at me like, raw, what's Ghetto talking about? I don't give a shit about this Clash thing. I just want to know about the CD. That's the truth. I'm trying to do the CD thing, you get me? Because, oh man.
The thing he can't explain that I think I understand now, that I just, again, I was in that same mind state, except just song. It's just more so, you have to understand that the people that listen to you or support you, you got to develop the fan base. And the way to develop the fan base is you have to provide music that showcases either the shit you're going through, talks about where you're at in life, or what you see for yourself. If you're not willing to do these things in an open manner, as well as war niggas, you're not going to be able to do too much. You're going to be stuck in one or the other. And that's where I see a lot of really good MCs. We hit that bottleneck because we're like, I will outright my man with the ease of buttering hot toast. However, that shit does not always fly for the greater scope of what this should be, especially with some of how talented some of these people are. If they figured out that you need to play the game earlier, a lot of people's careers would be, at least financially to me, starting to change much earlier in their careers. So that's why, like, when I hear him on For the Culture podcast, when he's with Lippy and Tricky, he's reiterating the same exact thought, except in a different place at this point. And it was this thought that got him from where he was at this time to where the fuck he's at right now. Is understanding that you can't war your way to the motherfucking top. You must show substance and content and introspection if you want to get to the top. Because, again, wars don't go on forever. The parties don't last forever. People grow up. It may be some dark times, but if you are not willing to just stand on your own and fucking just, hey, this is me, you're never going to develop the fan base. And that's the shit that I'm just like, a lot of niggas don't figure that shit out. And that's the shit that Wiley did. He warred the whole time. The wars don't last forever because niggas get old, niggas get families. Like, I can't war my man, nigga. I got fucking bills. I got diapers. Fuck you talking about, nigga? 16? 8? Suck my dick.
I rate the guy that he's talking about. I rate the guy as an MC. Don't get it twisted. No one ever said that this guy is shit. No one ever said that this guy is that. The guy is very good, very, very good. Everyone that's on the song. It's called the England 13. If he rates this guy so much, why isn't he here? Conversation done.
Yeah, this was good. This was a good one. Hurry for Grime, this was a good legitimate, at least for me. It's somebody who just, I'm looking at this thing because there's a lot of shit I'm going to have to know for some shit I'm trying to do. And without this type of, I guess, like, in-depth look at certain shit that gets me to, like, understand other things that I'm kind of thinking about. It's like, I don't know, it's like finding a book that is like a good referential piece to, like, a paper you're trying to write. This would be a good reference note because I'm like, oh, And then to see this conversation, our artists don't ever get caught on camera talking so candidly about, oh, that nigga's whack, that nigga's nice, oh, I like this is nice, this is whack, this is bad, this is good. Like, we don't normally get caught on camera like that. Because, again, like I told y'all when I first started doing this, the honesty I'm trying to show is not one that is done in any part of the music industry. Because, as I keep showing you guys, there's a lot of yes men in people's circles. And that shit needs to stop. But it's crazy to see that, oh, these niggas got caught on camera talking super candidly. But it was all good for me, at least. So, yeah, sorry. This is a little chatty, but, hey, you know, I be having shit to say. Thank you very much. I see you on the next one. I'm out of here.